Good day, beloved. I'm Reverend Dr. John E. Jackson, Sr., and I am the senior pastor of the Trinity United Church of Christ in the great city of Gary, Indiana, where we say we are not just another church, but we are a culturally conscious, Christ-centered church that's committed to the community. We are unashamedly Black and unapologetically Christian. And it's Wednesday, and I want to offer a midweek meditation I call Hump Day Homily. And today I want to talk about coping in a crisis. Got a lot of crisis going on. We started out in the crisis of COVID-19 while we were already in the crisis of COVID-45. Somebody gonna get that. But we started out with COVID-19 being sheltered in place and practicing social distancing. And for the past 3 months, those things have started to lighten up a little bit around the nation. We still are feeling the effects of wariness about being infected by COVID-19, being infected by the coronavirus. This is a challenging time, and I want to see how we can cope in a crisis. And then the crisis of 1619 or COVID-1619, to quote Pastor Otis Moss III. We have had this crisis slap us in the face again with the cruel and just inhuman way that George Floyd was murdered along with Breonna Taylor and Ahmaud Arbery. So how do you cope in a crisis? I want to draw from a meditation, a talk that Dr. Howard Thurman gave. And Dr. Thurman talked about life being episodic. Life being episodic. Life, he said, is episodic. It's like you watch a television sitcom, a television show comes on every week, whether it is How to Get Away with Murder, the haves and have-nots, whatever television program you may watch each week is a different episode. But it doesn't take away from the series. The series still stands, though each week there's a different episode. And Dr. Howard Thurman saying our lives are like that. There are different episodes we experience in our lives, different episodes we have each day, different episodes of our lives each week, different episodes of our lives each month, different episodes of our lives each year, but it doesn't take away from our life. Our life is still our life. Your life is still you. It's still you, baby, though you've had some episodes that are up and some episodes that are down, and we're in an episode of crisis right now. I've talked to many people, interacted with folk, and I've heard people say, I wish we could reset 2020. I wish we could redo 2020. Is there a do-over for 2020? And in fact, I've said that myself every now and then, and I had to catch myself to realize that I don't need to reset 2020. It's just an episode. And some episodes last a little longer, some episodes are a little shorter, some episodes are a little harder, some episodes are much sweeter, but it's an episode. And this episode, after this episode, we're going to have another episode. Life is episodic, but it doesn't take away from your life. And so I want to leave you with life. Episodes in life may change. But here's something to help you cope with a crisis and the episodic nature of life. And the episode we are in of crisis from COVID, crisis from COVID-45, crisis from COVID-16-19. We got a lot of crises we're dealing with. Episodes change, but God doesn't change. That's a powerful thing to hold on to as we cope in crisis. Episodes change, but God doesn't change. I think the scriptures say Jesus Christ the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. You can hold on to that. But also, all episodes come to an end and then another episode starts. So the good episodes that we don't ever want to come to an end, yeah, they come to an end. But guess what? God is eternal. God is always. Moses wrote in Psalm 90, from everlasting to everlasting, you are God. Episodes may change, but God doesn't change. Episodes may come to an end and another episode starts, but God is eternal. God is from everlasting to everlasting, and ultimately, episodes are uncertain. You don't know what you gonna encounter when you wake up in the morning. And I thank God that we wake up, because if we didn't wake up, wouldn't none of this matter anyway. But the thing is, episodes are uncertain. You don't know what to expect. You can't predict what tomorrow's going to be like, what next week going to be like, what next month going to be like, or next year. We try to plan and we try to put things in place, and then something happens and our life comes apart at the seams, gets untied, everything gets jumbled up because something happens that just blows our mind and it was not expected. It's just uncertain. Episodes are uncertain, y'all. But God is faithful. God is trustworthy, and God's steadfast love endures forever. We can count on that when we are coping in a crisis. I think the hymn writer wrote, time is filled with swift transition. None on earth unmoved can stand. Build your hope on things eternal. Hold to God's unchanging hand. Hold to his hand, God's unchanging hand. And even when you can't grip, God has grasped you so tight, and God will never let you go. We can cope in a crisis knowing, episodes, they change, but God don't change. Episodes come to an end. God is eternal. Episodes are uncertain, but God is faithful. God is trustworthy. And God's steadfast love endures forever. Make it a great day and be encouraged, because guess what? You know it's coming, right? I'm so glad the tomb was empty. I love you.